This is Hayden from S8CTV. Today I'm very lucky to be joined in East Kilbride by Tyler Jolly. Tyler, how are you doing today?
All good, mate. Aye, how are you?
I'm doing brilliant, thank you. So obviously, we're here East Kilbride, we're at the Gladiators arena. Got a massive fight here, your first title fight as a professional. How did this fight all sort of come about for yourself?
I've been pushing for bigger fights and better fights since my pro debut, really. Try to get everything in a rush, but you need to be patient in this game, and I've been patient, paid my dues, and now it's here, so I'm got to take it with both hands.
Definitely. So obviously, onto your opponent, Jake Tinkling. How much do you sort of know about him? Obviously, I think he was Welsh champion. How much do you sort of know about him?
I know that he was a former world champion, but I think that was at light welterweight. So he's stepping up to middleweight now. But I'll let him do his own thing, and I'll do my own thing. I can let him worry about me. I'm just going to do my own thing, train really hard, and I'll be more than ready on the night.
Definitely. So obviously, training. How's training sort of been for this fight? Obviously, I think we're a little over 2 weeks out now. How's training been?
I'm flying, mate. Honestly, everything's been on point. My nutrition, my strength conditioning, my sparring, running, everything been spot on. So I am really excited to show everybody what I've been working on.
Definitely. Obviously, this year you've been out twice. You were out in January and then again in February. I think of this arena in February. Yeah. Obviously with that time out that you had, I think you had a year out due to injury, I believe. How important was that to get those two fights before getting a big fight like this?
100%. Activity is key in this game, and obviously I did have a year out due to medical reasons, but all that's in the past. Keeping everything positive now, so. It was good to get the rounds in and be able to be in with people that can take me rounds and with experienced journeymen that have been in with everybody and never really been stopped or stuff like that. So they're the fights you need to get back busy, and now I'm just ready for that challenge.
Obviously, we've seen a bit of a boom in Scottish boxing recently. We've had the two arena shows here. We've had Josh Taylor, Echo Esman the other week. Brilliant talent coming through, obviously yourself included. How important would you say that is to have these big shows up here? Obviously, Ian Wilson and St Andrews Sporting Club, they're putting the big shows on at this arena. How important would you say that is, and how does it feel to be on these cards?
Oh, it's amazing. Ian's doing brilliant with this new partnership in the Gladiator arena. It's important because before you'd be on small shows, and then you'd maybe get a matchroom call up or a boxer call up or a Frank Warren call up, and then you're on the big stage and you could maybe freeze and folk wouldn't perform at their best and stuff like that. But now we're being slightly exposed to a bigger arena, 2,000, so you're on the TV and stuff like that. So you're being exposed to the bigger shows slowly. It's a big show, but it's not like a arena a stadium show or anything like that, but it's getting you used to bigger events. So then when the big fights come, like a British or a world title or European title comes, you're not freezing on the big stage, you're taking in your stride and you're boxing to your best.
Definitely. Obviously, with your amateur career, your decorated amateur, Commonwealth Games, I interviewed you before your professional debut. How do you feel that amateur experience and pedigree sort of carried over to the pros and going into your sixth fight now?
Yeah, it's good to get exposure to high level amateur boxing, because then you're not shocked when harder fights come. But to begin with, when the fights are no easy, because no fight's easy, but when folk are trying to survive and run about the ring or just talk up, you're never really exposed to things like that in amateur boxing, because everybody's trying to win and stuff like that. But it definitely puts you at an advantage having an extensive amateur career, but we'll try to settle into being a pro now and just look forward.
Definitely. Obviously, with this fight being for the Celtic title, big title fight, I think it's 10-rounder as well.
Yeah.
With the win here, it put you in great stead domestically for some big fights. What would a win sort of mean to you, and where would you say you want to go from there, and how active would you like to be going forward?
I'd like to just stay as active as I'm being. A Celtic title is a really good title. Not a lot of folk can say that they've won it, but it's also a stepping stone title to a Commonwealth British title. It gives you a bargaining tool, because obviously I've only had 6 fights after this one. Well, I had 6 fights and a title, and I'll be able to say, come and fight me then, to all these bigger boys in the division. But I fully believe that I can win a British title, whether back end of this year or next year, and push on to bigger and better.
Definitely. Then last one for me, Tyler. What can people that are watching this fight expect from you against Jake Tinkling on the Twitter?
They can expect an explosive, convincing win, whether it's a stoppage or points. I'm not really fussed, but definitely a Tyler win.
Definitely. Tyler, last one for me. What sponsors have you got? Have you got anything you want to promote like that while we're here?
I'm so lucky to be sponsored by a lot of good companies. I'll probably forget you, but it's Gareth Fairhurst at Fair Buildings, who's my main sponsor. He's been with me since the amateur days. He's an absolute legend. Can't thank him enough. Stealth Competitions, it's R&B Groundworks, Martin Jolly Transport, my nutritionist Ben, Optimised Performance. Who else? There's Enhanced Sports Performance, who looks after my strength conditioning. I'll probably forget a couple, but everybody knows who they are, and I always tag them in my posts and stuff. So, just a massive thank you to all them, because without them I couldn't be doing this.
Definitely. Tyler, thank you very much for your time, mate. I really appreciate it.